What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, fantastic afternoon, fantastic preview, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hassan Biker, and this is the Off-Night Broadcast coming to you live from sunny California, Los Angeles, folks. We're live and alive, and I hope all the boys, girls, and MBs are having a fantastic one, because today's a beautiful day. Today's a wonderful day. Today is Monday, ladies and gentlemen. It's Monday news day. That's right. It's 9:30. It's the last day of September. Wanted to start off by saying rest in peace to a legend, Kris Kristofferson. The man, the myth, the legend, Kris Kristofferson, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not a big guy who, big music guy.
You can hold your head up high.
Kris Kristofferson was an American country singer, songwriter, and actor. A pioneering figure in the outlaw country movement of the 1970s. A man who kept up that energy for most of his life, and also an actor. Born in Brownville, Texas, to Mary Ann Nee Ashbrook and Lars Henry Kristofferson, a U.S. Army Corps officer, later a U.S. Air Force Major General. During Kristofferson's childhood, his father encouraged him to pursue a military career, which he did, and then spent the last years of his life after that fighting against all that American imperialism stood for. This is a song, Sandinista, from the album Broken Freedom Song by Kris Kristofferson. Kris Kristofferson was also a Rhodes Scholar, apparently. Once famously told Toby Keith to fuck off. Why am I talking about Kris Kristofferson? Well, because Christopher Kristofferson unfortunately passed away in his home in Maui on September 28th, 2024, at the age of 88. Great guy. Kris Kristofferson also was a major advocate for the Palestinian emancipation, for the Palestinian cause, knowing full well that his advocacy could cost him jobs, to which he always replied with, well, fuck it. R.I.P. to a real one. Rest in power, Kris Kristofferson. Just wanted to give a shout out to the legend, the ledge. Yeah, he said if you are a supporter of human rights, you must be a supporter of human rights everywhere. That was what he said, and he's right. So that's what I wanted to start off with real quickly. I mean, he lived a long life, you know, dude. If you die at 88, happy alongside your family, alongside your loved ones, it's like, and you have a fucking long history of accomplishments, that's like you maxed out. You can't be too sad about things like that. Instead of being sad about someone's passing, you should probably celebrate their legacy if they are worthy of that praise, especially in their passing. So that's what I choose to do usually. This is the part of the broadcast where I will tell you about my personal news. And honestly, yesterday I was supposed to go to the Cutie Cinderella concert. I couldn't make it, and I'll tell you exactly why. I didn't stream yesterday. I ended the broadcast on Saturday night after a basically almost 12-hour stream. We started off with Nick's stream in the bedroom, and we ended the day after a long process. I mean, it was supposed to be Saturday, Sunday, but of course, instead of Saturday, Sunday, what did we do? Well, I guess we did something that I consider to be fun. Saturday Fun Day. What I consider to be fun was 4.5 hours of real-time introduction to Israel, Palestine, with mostly memes. Like, I didn't get into like too much of the nitty-gritty, too much of the history of it all, I don't think. I mean, it's such a long subject matter to get into. But it was great. It was, I think, a lot of people were entertained, and I think a lot of people learned things. One of the most commonly held opinions that I heard online in the aftermath of this was, I really wish Hasan would talk to normies all the time. I really wish that, Hasan would talk to normies all the time like this, because it's great to, there's a lot of stuff that he explains. But once again, I do find this pretty funny, because regardless of like the actual content, regardless of the fact that like I'm friends with Nick, regardless of the fact that Nick actually enjoyed the stream, and that we had no fucking idea that there was like a reception happening online that was broadly received infinitely differently than like what was actually going on. And this is why I always say the internet is not the real world. You can literally have someone who is staying at your house, someone who you are personal friends with in the real world, and like the Twitter reception of your relationship, of your dynamic, is entirely different. Because, and I, you know, people are gonna get mad at me and say that like, oh dude, you're fucking ableist or whatever, but like, I'm sorry, if you're an autistic shut-in and you're projecting your own personal sauce onto like interpersonal dynamics between people that know one another, you're probably gonna be hallucinating an alternative reality, which is hilarious. Because like, dog, like something that is the truth online, and this happens so frequently, especially in like incredibly parasocial circles like this, it's hilarious that like you can have two dudes who are friends with one another, and the reception and the actual like things that occurred over the course of like 5 hours is entirely different than what like, yeah, Twitter hikikomoris have declared it to be. So once again, don't be duped and deluded into thinking that things are a certain way because you saw it online and enough people pumped it up. This guy says, leftist version of your coworker showing you a funny meme and it's just a little dark age edit of a neo-Nazi imagery. It's pretty funny because this is the same guy, I think. This is that fucking loser who said I was enslaving my mother because she would cook me meals. That's just people trying to yuck people's yum, you know? It is pretty funny that like the community that is upset with me doing an educational seminar that's like memey is most of the naysayers that are pearl clutching about this entire process are coming from a community where you know, they cherish the right to be able to say the N-word as white people. So, you know, not exactly interested in their takes, I think, but hey, have fun. Whenever people say like, oh dude, he's showing them like a music video, like it is objectively an interesting phenomenon that a group of individuals who are fundamentalist in nature, who definitely have a lot of opinions I don't agree with, but I don't feel the need to fucking consistently talk about it. It is hilarious to me. Like there's two things that are very interesting about this. What's interesting is what is happening in the real world can be the exact opposite of what is happening online. But at this point, it doesn't matter really. Like people online only focus on like what their perception of a certain situation is. And it can be something as like direct as an interpersonal conversation, an interpersonal connection between two people that are like literally friends with one another, but it doesn't matter. I know the truth. I know that Nick was actually upset about this entire process. He thought it was weird. He hated it. He hated it. And you're a parasocial loser, dog. Like you're being very weird. You've like constructed an alternative reality. Did people get mad at Hasan for showing NP stuff on Saturday? Not really. It's not people that got mad. It's fucking losers that did, but who cares? It's Twitter, dog. Twitter got mad. They're NPCs. Bots. That's one aspect of this that I wanted to quickly and briefly point to. I was also we're dehumanizing losers now. Wow. Yes. The other thing I was going to say is that I had a great time offline yesterday. I didn't even touch anything. I was not really online at all because I was finally shooting a collab stream, a collab episode with QUENLIN Blackwell. Okay, and it was great. QUENLIN Blackwell is a phenomenal content creator. She is a TikToker. She was a Viner. She was like a Twitter memer and has like a pretty big audience overall, but it's like for Zoomers for the most part. You guys are probably unfamiliar with her. When were you gonna tell us? As a fellow house owner, he truly gets me. The Zucks reportedly said in a leaked interview breaking. Facebook creator Mark Zuckerberg has hired former Wine About a guest star Hasan Piker as his personal stylist. That's so stupid. But yeah, I did that. I did the and we got, it's gonna be for like Halloween. It's Halloween special for Quen's thing that we're doing. And then I'm very excited to also have her on the stream as well. Something very interesting happened. The shoot was like significantly further away than I normally than I normally drive off to. And basically what ended up happening is I almost ran out of battery on the way back, and the shoot went for longer than expected. We shot some TikToks. We'll be posting those when the time comes. But yeah, I I wasn't able to make it. I hit up Cutie. I was like, Cutie, I'm so sorry. Is it like really, you know, I've never done this before. I've never actually bailed on a former obligation. I know I like told you I might make it. You know, I wasn't like fully firmly committed, but regardless, like if you need me, I will make it there. But yeah, I had to get back to my house, charge my car a little bit. Bro, you were front and center on that image. I mean, I don't mind her using my likeness to promote it. You guys watched it. Bro, there's like a billion fast chargers in LA. Your car can charge at 270 kilowatts. No, that's not a problem. Like I'm saying, I had to get back home so I could at least put my car on the fucking charger. I had to put my car on my charger because I was just gonna Uber. That wasn't a problem. Like it wasn't necessarily just the charger that I was like running out of batteries that was the major issue. I'm just saying that's just a separate situation. It's a separate part of the story. Didn't get canceled for trying to sing Red Sun in the Sky. Yeah, I was a little nervous about singing Red Sun in the Sky to begin with, honestly, because like, you know, there's a lot of eyeballs on me. That's stupid. You have a level 2 charger and you could have stopped somewhere for a level 3 charger and got a 50% charge in 10 minutes. Oh my God, dude. Well, I don't want to do that. So what now? What are you going to do about it? Shut up. By the way, the stream on Nick's channel was so much fun. I've watched Nick since 2013. It was genuinely great content. Yeah, I love Nick, man. He's fucking hilarious. He's so goddamn smart. He's so funny. He's a good guy. I like him. He does something that's like brilliant. Other than like obviously presenting himself as like the foil, presenting himself as like the old school pervy guy, presenting himself as that like in his, you know, comedic action or whatever. He does something very good. He does something very good. As a content creator, I recognize that, and I got to mention it. He is really good at elevating whoever he is doing content with. So for example, if you notice, like even in the conversation that we were having, in the back and forth that we were having, like there's a lot of questions that he was asking that he might have actually known the answers for, right? This was the perfect demonstration of what I'm talking about, okay? Beirut, Lebanon, a quick chat on what's happening. This got 40,000 likes. Holy shit. We're not just going to talk about like the actual issue at hand or what I said, but listen to like the way he moves the conversation. This is Beirut. This is Lebanon. This is Lebanon's capital with 2.5 million people living in it. Well, it's probably a larger number now because a lot of the Lebanese population that was in southern Lebanon have had to escape into Beirut because they thought that would be a safe territory for them.
What are they running from?
Israel. Israel's bombing the shit out of everywhere.
Wait, what?
Israel, America's greatest ally, the most important country in the world, the most moral nation, the most moral democracy on the planet, is ruthlessly and mercilessly bombing southern Lebanon, including southern Beirut.
What did Lebanon do?
They just kind of were there. They happen to be Israel's neighbor.
You're kidding.
Yeah. Israel's justifications for it is that Hezbollah, which is one of the parties inside of the Lebanese parliament, which was created as a resistance group against Israel the first time Israel invaded Lebanon, and occupied it for years, and then successfully fought back against Israel and removed the Israeli invasion from its territorial boundaries, and then did it again in 2006, is lobbing rockets into Israel in a tit-for-tat
Wait, are
border.
you saying Israel's trying to expand?
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
Does everyone know this?
Yeah. Yes, Israel's trying to expand, yeah.
And our tax dollars are helping them?
Yeah.
Well, I want my money back.
Come on, dude. That's a good question. Like, these are great questions, okay? Like, he's doing a great job moving the conversation in a direction. Wait, was he intentionally playing dumb to extract these answers? I thought he genuinely was, like, not plugged in at all in the situation. I think he has, like... I mean, I asked him about it afterwards, and he basically said, like, there are some things that I know, right? Like above board. There are some things that I know above board, but there is like plenty of questions that I'm asking to you in that situation because like I want to get clarification over it. Does that make sense? He seemed very unplugged. No, I think he is. Like, he's still unplugged. And most people are. I mean, he represents like the average person in this regard. And I think he did a great job.
Back.
Yeah, good luck.
Oh my God. Are they bombing civilians?
Yes. Like a shit ton. Yeah. Of course. Who do you think lives there? These are just residential buildings. Yeah, there's babies in those buildings. There's mothers in those buildings. There's elderly people in those buildings, and they fucking destroyed them and killed like 300 of them. It's overwhelming majority civilians. Like,
Are they trying to intentionally hit civilians?
I think their goal is to cause as much chaos as possible, where they don't like. Their goal is to just like destroy the normal existence of people there to make it unlivable.
Isn't that kind of the definition of terrorism?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is, and they are doing that. They are doing terrorism for sure.
Oh my god.
I think this is helpful. This is helpful. This back and forth is very helpful. I should probably do more of this. I should probably do more conversations like this with like people who are not super invested and super tapped in, because I think the outcome is like the outcome is good, because I forget that there are a lot of people that watch me that are not super initiated. So they need like a refresher, and maybe they don't know, they don't have the full scope, the full details, and they just probably try to make up the pieces as they go along. I think the only issue is it kind of puts those people in the scope of your deranged haters. I know that is an issue for sure, which is why it has to be like a normie that is such a normie content creator that like it doesn't even faze them. They don't even hear the fucking chirpers online.